Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Amir Hassan Saab, Abdul Nasir Saab, and other officials of the Pakistan Alternate Energy Association. It's real pleasure and honor to be here in this gathering. And I congratulate you for initiating this association for the alternate energy development in the country. As PPIB, previously Alternate Energy Development Board, we work as a one-window facilitator for development of power projects in the private sector. Previously, PPIB was doing the thermal and the hydropower projects, while AEDB, Alternate Energy Development Board, was doing the renewable energy projects. So now both of these organizations are together, and we have been merged, and Private Power and Infrastructure Board is actually the entity which is taking forward all type of private investment into the power sector. So from this forum, from PPIB forum, from my team, I congratulate you for starting this initiative. Because I feel there's a lot of work which need to be done. We have heard Minister Saab, we have heard other speakers, so I'll not dwell into the need and into the requirement of the renewable energy. So this is no compulsion. This is not choice. What we have seen seen in Pakistan, the disaster we are facing these days, and for the last 3-4 years. So climate change is a reality, and we need to think about that, how we can actually do something actually. We can't stop it, but at least we can reduce the impact of it, and we can reduce the quantity of it. So we need to work together. In this respect, what I always say, we have done about 2,700 megawatt of the renewable energy projects in Pakistan, but these are the grid-connected projects, which include wind, solar, and some bagasse power project. But the bigger challenge is outside these grid-connected projects. I was discussing with General Saab, so the question comes up. I would not make formal speech. Let me address a couple of questions and a couple of issues which the power sector and the industry and the country is facing today. So we were saying that we have created, number one, we have created overcapacity in the country. Number two, we have set up the thermal power plants. So number three, the prices of electricity are unaffordable. I think these are the three key issues in the power sector we are facing. And these all probably, the solution goes to the renewable energy, which fortunately is the cheapest source of energy these days. When we were doing these projects in 2012 and 13 and 11, if I correctly remember, at that time people were talking that renewable energy is a luxury. Even if I was looking at the data of IRENA around 2013 and 14, we were talking about the wind and solar tariff between 20 and 18-20 cents. So that was the era when we started these thermal power plants. And unfortunately, our planning in the country is the main culprit. Because we have seen, if we look at last 40 years, we have seen that in the mid-80s, late 80s, we started facing severe shortages. And then government did not have resources. They decided to bring in the private sector into the investment in the power sector. So we hurriedly made a policy because there was very long hours of load shedding in the country. And in 1994, we started attracting this investment. So we put up power plants which could come up very, very quickly. So that is always, I think, a dilemma with the political governments, that they have short-term vision. So because there was load shedding, there were riots on the roads. So government wanted to do it as quickly as possible, rather do it as of yesterday. So they tried to attract the investors, so whatever best policy at that time was. But again, we missed the planning. We did not do proper planning. And in 2008, 2009, and in 2012, this was worse. We started facing again very severe load shedding and shortages in the country. If you remember, in 2012, 13, 14, even in the Islamabad post sectors, we were facing 1 hour on and 1 hour off. So this was the reality on ground. Again, the political governments at that time, they started seeing what could be done at the earliest to get out of this challenge and this trouble. So in this, we were fortunate that our brotherly country, China, came to our support and help, because at that time, because of various economic issues of Pakistan, nobody was interested to invest in Pakistan. So China came to our rescue, and we started the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which bring in about 9,000 megawatt of electricity in the country. It is a fact, it includes the imported coal, it includes the local coal, it includes wind, it includes solar, it includes hydro. So we have done the two largest hydropower projects in the private sector under CPAC, which was commissioned in the last 3-4 years. One is the 720 megawatt Karot hydropower projects, and the other one is 884 megawatt Suki Kinari hydropower project. So this is what we have done in the renewable energy side into the private sector. But coming back to my initial point, that why we are facing this energy surplus and what has been happening. I think in 2015, when government of Pakistan first issued this incentive of rooftop solar, nobody would have idea that their prices would go down so much. At that time, as I was saying, it was a luxury. So government incentivized that people should put up the solar power, rooftop solar, and they gave a very, very lucrative tariff. Since then, the prices of rooftop solar or solar panel, solar equipment has come at least 1/3. So at that time it was. So with that in mind, we should look at that what has been happening. The result is the prices of solar panels have dropped a lot, and our energy prices have gone up in electricity prices. So people have started resorting to the solar panel. So currently our net metering system, which is a rooftop grid connected system, it is 5.5 gigawatts. So 5,500 megawatt have been added, which is actually the documented connection. And I believe it is going to go by end of this month or early next month is going to cost 6,000 megawatt. So in addition to that, there is a huge quantum which has been set up, which is non-grid connected. Maybe we don't have exact idea. Maybe it's 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 megawatts, or what it is. So this has posed a big challenge to the grid. Currently, what in the grid we are facing, that our demand over the last 3 years has decreased, sale of the grid has decreased. So government is looking at how to cater for it. But the positive side is that in 2019 policies, government committed that we will have 60% renewable energy into the grid. And today, if we include the hydro, the grid-connected renewable energy, and the rooftop solar, and if we estimate that about 6,000 megawatt is added, which is not grid connected, we are already at 52%. So the good news is that Pakistan has not done badly. Pakistan should be actually proud that we have 52% renewable clean energy into the grid these days, which is we are actually ahead of the target. So I don't have any doubt that we will be able to meet this 60% target. But the important thing is, as this Pakistan Alternative Energy Association, what I always say that the government can't do everything. The government job is to provide enabling environment, and the private sector actually need to come forward and do all these things and take the initiatives which are required. So this kind of initiative will certainly help in taking the solar and renewable energy forward, and how this could be done. There are some technical issues in the grid when we talk about these small rooftop solar. Technical issues are coming up. Government is reviewing the policy, but the government is committed actually to do more and more renewable energy as we are developing next 10-year generation expansion plan. And the good news is we don't have any thermal power plant planned in the next 10 years. So we are only looking at the hydro, solar, wind, which is going to be added, and about 19,000 megawatt of hydro, solar, and wind is planned in the next 10 years. So that's the one side. But the biggest challenge we are facing in terms of renewable energy, We all know that the renewable energy is intermittent. So sun is in the daytime, so daytime these solar users come back to the grid. The wind is very, very intermittent. So for all these things, you need to have a very, very robust, automated grid. And we lack that. Our grid is very old. We are working on that. But to actually integrate more and more renewable energy into the grid, we need to do very serious work and very serious investment into our grid. So in my assessment, probably we don't need as much investment in the generation side as much we need into the grid. So that is where we are also working. But again, I congratulate this Pakistan Alternate Energy Association, Amir Saab. He has been always very active. We have seen him from the Tesla Forum, always trying to do something for the renewable energy sector. So I believe this is working, this with the government and the PAEA, this will be a good combination actually to educate the people. Because when we talk about the environmental and climate change, the education and awareness is very, very critical. We say about the climate change effect, but we can't teach the people, we can't provide the people we can't provide the people the alternate to the burning the wood. So this is kind of small action, or we can't tell the people that closing the tap, what impact it has on the environment, or what we can actually achieve by not using these polythene and plastic bags, what we can achieve by using less plastic into our house, into our usage. So I think the education and awareness is basically the key to all these solutions, and the private sector and the government has to join hands, because no government, what to say, Pakistan government, no government can alone deliver on these challenges which these climate changes are basically posing us. So I stop here, and thank you very much for inviting me. So let's try to work together. We are open from the government side, from the PPIB side, so whatever help we can provide in terms of accelerating the development of renewable energy in Pakistan, we are all well available. Thank you very much.